What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another deck profile here on TCG University for the card game UniVersus. My name's Tam, and today I'm going to be going over our Budget Beast profile for Gill. Before we get into it, big shout out to our sponsor, Rochester CCG. If you go to rochesterccg.com, you can find every card inside of this deck, as well as every other deck profile that we do here on the channel. As well as Sean said that he's going to do his best to have a one-click buy option when it comes to buying the Budget Beast decks from our Week 1 challenge. So, without further ado, let's jump into Gill. All right, everybody, so this is Gill. He's a 5-hand size character with 27 health. But Tam, you say, that's so little health. Well, he does have a response twice per turn that says, after my opponent plays a card, I get to draw a card. So let's not call this guy a 5-hander. He's actually kind of a 7-hander almost all the time. He is a 5-hander, though, whenever he is committed, so be careful of that. And he also says, enhance, this attack gets plus X speed or minus X speed. X equals the number of keywords it has minus 5, or so on and so forth. So if it has one keyword, it gets plus 4 or minus 4 speed. If it's got 2 keywords, 3, 2, so on and so forth. You do the math. But the main thing about Gill is he makes all of his attacks hella fast, and all of my opponent's attacks hella slow, and I just get a bunch of value on them playing cards and kind of squandering as they try and kill me. In addition to that, if I gain 3 or if the speed changes by 3 or more, I'm going to gain 2 life. Very, very relevant effect. There were plenty of games that I saw Jeff play where he took 5 and then into the game back, or into his turn back at full. Pretty rad stuff. All right, so onto it. We're playing one asset. It is Outworld Marketplace. This card's really, really cool in Gill. In hands once per turn, discard a card, draw a card. Just cycles off of Gill stuff. And the response, discard a momentum. After an attack is played, it loses all of its printed keywords and gains throw. Playable by either player. This card's really rad because of, I'm just going to skip to it, the action that we're playing, Demon Realm Awakening. Maybe I don't have the full block. I can respond to discard a momentum. Your attack loses all of its abilities. It does not have stun anymore. It does not have break. It doesn't have anything. And then I'm going to just full block this with the Demon Realm Awakening after making it super, super slow. Gill does say printed keywords. And so, yes, this card does say that it loses its printed keywords, but Gill will still affect the words that are printed on the card. That just doesn't have them anymore. He still affects it. So, with that, Triple Demon Realm. Super good on aggro, super good mainly on defense. The best poke in the game. Cryokinetic Assassination. Let me know if I said that wrong in the comments down below. It is a 4 mid for 5 with 1 keyword. So in Gill, it's an 8 mid for 5. So there's no way that we're blocking it. But if they do block it, your opponent blocks this, you get to draw a card and gain 2 life. So I gain 2 off of Gill's plus 4 speed. I gain 2 off of you blocking it. Hey, you just don't block this card. This is 20 damage in your deck that your opponent just can't do anything about. They're just not allowed to. It's got a 1 mid block. This card's actually nutty. It should be played way, way more than just these fun budget decks. Our main kill card in the deck, this is a game plan card, is Katarina Shot. All of our attacks except for this one have the punch keyword. And so this card says, while it's in my card pool, all of my punches for the rest of the turn get plus 2 damage. So they're getting plus X speed, plus 2 damage off of a Katarina Shot. This card being in the card pool says that I just murder people. This card plus Gill is just solid game plan. It's got a good 2 mid block. It's got a 5 speed. This card's very, very solid. Onto the attacks. We're playing 4 Asimov's Frenzy. It combos with a punch. Combos gains 2, but imagine it gains another 2 damage. It's going to get 3 speed, which gains me 4 life, which means it is a 7 high for 7 on a 4 diff, and then discard a momentum. The next check that I would play this turn gets plus 2. It makes me super extend my combos. Very good as like the 3rd or 4th card that I play, as long as I have the foundations to attempt to play it. Playing 4 Bloody Eye Rampage. This is an 8 mid for 4, 8 mid for 6. I'm just going to pull out Katarina's Shot to help remind me. 8 mid for 6 with Katarina's Shot. Your next punch attack gets plus 3 damage. Those scale very well together. And then commit 1 foundation. This attack, if this attack speed is 5 or higher, it's 8. Draw a card. So Gill, once again, is not a 5-hander. He's a 7-hander. Or he's a 6-hander. And then if you block anything, he just gains even more hand size. And it's got 8 speed, so you probably didn't block anything. On our last attack, we're playing 4 Bloody Eye Rushdown. This card, once again, it is an 8 low for 4, 8 low for 6 with Katarina's Shot. Ready a foundation that has not been ready this combat phase, and if it deals damage, which it will, because it's 8 low, commit one of my opponent's foundations. You get to pick, right? Commit commit one of your opponent's foundations. So you get to pick. If they have this gnarly speed hate that they're trying to save, they're just going to use it here because you're gonna commit it out. Onto our foundations. We're playing for a Dragon's Tail. What a good show. This card says, response commit after my attack has partially blocked, it gets +3 damage, and I'll gain a life. Stretch out this 27 a little bit further, and they probably committed a whole heck of a bunch. Just give it an extra 2 damage. Could you imagine giving your punches, making them 8 damage? On the half block, they still deal 4. Playing for Voice of Reason, one of the best order staples in the game at the moment. In hands, both players discard a card, draw a card. I have a foundation. I want to try and kill you. I'll discard a card, draw a card. You'll discard a card, draw a card. All right. I don't care if you really block this. I'm just going to draw another card. This card's hella value, super value. We're playing 4 Agents of Wise. I'm a 5-hander. Spirit Gun does exist. Please don't mess with my foundations. I'm begging you. This card is very, very relevant in the meta currently and is super budget. Everybody should be picking up playsets of these cards. They're very, very good. You should be playing them. We're playing 4 Manifestation. We do have a card in here that commits as a cost, and if my opponent decides to stun me like Jet does, in at least this bracket, we get to commit. They commit one of their cards, so it is a 1-for-1 trade. It is a stun deterrent, as you would. It also checks a 6 and is a 1-diff. Very, very solid card. We're also playing 4 Newborn Weapon. This card's really rad. It says enhance if this attack has 1 or fewer keywords. Add the top card of my deck. Add this to the top card of my deck. Playable while committed. So after I've committed it in order to do stuff, and I want to make sure that I want to pass one of these cards. These cards both have only one, this one as well, only have 1 keyword. So here's 12 targets that I have if I'm playing one of these cards to stack this 5 on top of my deck and hopefully try and kill them. We're playing 3 Prophetic Fulfillment. This card is Gill's best card if you're playing the Gill package, and we'll call that just like low keyword package. Commit, this attack gets 2 speed, 2 damage, and ignores progressive. Really, really strong, especially when it combos with, where's that card that we just saw? Bloody Eye Rushdown. This card in Gills, we toss this out, give it 4 speed, gain our 2 life, commit Prophetic Fulfillment, give it +2/+2, and then ready a foundation that's not been ready this combat phase. This says that if this now doesn't count with progressive, it is a 10 low for 6, and there's just nothing that they can do about it. There's nothing they can do. We're playing 4 Extended Lifespan. Let's just draw some more cards, man. There's really nothing else we can say about this. We're playing 4 Funky Tomato. One of the things that kills Gill is really fast, really thick attacks, or like a really thick throw. This says if my opponent would increase this attack's damage, cancel its effect. This does hit character effects, so it's possible to stop Goro or Jackie's powerful or what, so on and so forth. I'm playing double Cowgirl Edward. Commit, discard a card, your attack gets 3 damage. We're drawing extra cards because they're blocking anyways, and we got to be able to push a little bit. And then once per turn after this foundation is committed due to my opponent's effects, ready it back up. A little stun hate. Playing double Loyal Friend. If they've got some sort of speed hate that I don't want to deal with, we just Loyal Friend it away. It doesn't have a block. Be careful of that, especially when we're drawing on defense. Onto our 1-0s. We're playing 1 Delta Blue Team Leader. This card makes or breaks a lot of your attack turns because it turns all of your 4 damage attacks into 5 damage attacks, which means then if they half block, they're taking an additional damage every single time. And if they don't block, they're taking additional damage every single time. This card puts all of our attacks over the edge of that damage, except for Kybernetic Assassination, which is a 5 damage. It makes it 6. You don't get any real value off the half block. But hey, 6 damage, they're still not blocking that card. They're not allowed to. We're playing 1 Mortal Resurrection. It's a draw card as well as if they negate my thing, I negate their negate. Really relevant. This card might be super relevant in the current meta with Toguro Brothers out. If you have both Aegis and Wise and this card out, your opponent is not allowed to Toguro Brothers you. You'll just cancel it. Pretty rad stuff. Curious Magnetism. Enhance. Switch this attack speed and purchase speed and damage value. We can take and give something -3 speed and then commit this and give it -3 damage. Oh man, I didn't die. Neat. Look at that. For Mother Russia, after they draw a card or add a card to their hand, commit and put it in their staging area. Or sorry, put it into their card pool, and then I can destroy this for to reset the speed back to 0. 1 Tijuana Groceries. This card says remove 2 foundations in order to ready a card back up. This deck wants to play really big attack strings, especially because of the lead-in combo starter game plan maker of Katarina Shot. I'll play a Katarina Shot, play my next card. Oh, I checked a 5. I have to commit 1. Oh, I committed this. Already back up. Oh, did you block that? I'll draw. I'll play another one. I'll commit this. Already back up. I haven't really lost any value, and all my attacks are unbelievably fast. And then my last card is Patriot Stance. Every time that I gain a life once per turn, I don't know, with maybe Gill on my character, I gain additional life. So once, Gill says gain 3 instead of gain 2. All right, everybody, thank you very much for watching this episode of Budget Beast deck profiles here on TCGU. Like I said, a big shout out to our sponsor, Rochester CCG, for supporting this week and sponsoring us. If you like any of the decks, go out to rochesterccg.com and find all of your singles there. As well as Sean is going to be putting one-click buttons to every deck that he possibly can from our 8-deck series for Budget Beast Week 1. If you like the show, please go out to patreon.com/TCGU for the support out there. Otherwise, you can just do the normal YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe. Honestly, guys, the biggest thing is like word of mouth. We would love to get to as many new play groups as possible. If you like the content, spread the love. We'd love to teach as many people about this amazing game as we can. So, from all of us here at TCG University, stay learned.